Hi, I'm Michael Gray. I'm an operations and maintenance engineering apprentice for the North team. I'm part of the NERT team, which is involved in the motorway network, and it's basically doing the IT side of the motorways. I obviously studied IT at school and college. I had thought of doing an IT apprenticeship when I was in college. I'd been to an open day and I spent a day there learning about the IT apprenticeships they offered. And at the time it wasn't really for me. I was sort of torn between sport and IT. And so I went down the university route and did sport. Looking back on it now, with hindsight, I probably would have advised a younger self to go down the apprenticeship route, because coming out of university there wasn't a lot of opportunities for me in sport. It was very like niche market in terms of the experience needed and qualifications. They all wanted you to have the qualifications but then 10 years experience behind you, but you're not going to get the experience unless you're given the opportunity. And I find that the best route is for me to go down an apprenticeship route because I get thrown in straight away, getting the experience and learning on the job. I'd say the best part about my role is probably the day-to-day experience. You never know what you're gonna be asked to do. From being out on the field, it could be something as simple as maintenance, which is from a basic point is just literally making sure that all the equipment is working correct, and that the equipment that's supposed to be there is there on site. And then from a theory point of view, in terms of learning, it's constantly learning how to do the job that you've been put into and how to balance the two, how to use the knowledge that you have with the field experience and putting the two together to perform your role as best as possible. Well, talent themselves will provide me with a lot of their own training that they require me to do in terms of like health and safety training and other things such as what I'll be needing when I'm on site. There's a lot of health and safety focused training, but it does have a lot of benefit in terms of what I'll be coming up against in the job. For example, I recently did an electrical isolation course, and I may never have to isolate in some sort of form of electricity, but should I need to when I'm out on the job, I now feel like I'm competent enough to do that. In terms of with Interqual, I get very good theory training in terms of what I would be using on a technical side. So the Network Plus, for example, is going to help in my role in the future, should I need to ever configure a router or a switch and things like that. And I think Interqual and both Telent are very supportive in terms of what I'm studying. Interqual do have like a base of what they're providing to me, and it's perfect because it's vendor neutral, and Telent will always, if I need extra qualifications, whether that's qualifications that I feel like I need or that they feel like I need, feel like I can always go and ask them to support me with that if it's going to help my job. I think for the short term, it would be to get my apprenticeship finished and um, do as well as possible with that to then move on and become fully qualified. So then I can be out on my own and perform my job. In the long term, I have always been interested in IT security. I think there's a big focus on that in this day and age, and I would like to maybe invest some time in the future to gain some more comprehensive IT security qualifications and perhaps move into that sector one day, and maybe even be part of some IT security team within Telent, working on projects with them.